are busy doing everything you can to make ends meet. You put in your hours. You do a good job at work. You follow the rules, and you expect your employer to do the same. But things don't always happen that way. When your company takes advantage of you and your coworkers, you realize that you have no one to turn to.
Medical costs were so high, pay was so low. We weren't getting raises, we weren't getting vacation, we weren't getting, sick leave, nothing.
We're not in training anymore, but they're paying us like we're trainees.
They brought in a bunch of younger people, and they just played one group against the other there. And
the supervisors could treat you any way they wanted to, and there wasn't anything you could do. Sexual harassment, even though we were on the base, was really big.
When you get, you can only take it for so long. I mean, we had conditions were so bad for so long, and I guess finally enough people got fed up and decided something needed to be done.
The IAM has assisted hundreds of thousands of workers like you to take the first step to better pay, security, and peace of mind.
By having the union backing us up, it really helps out as far as negotiations and contracts, and I have gathered that from my fellow coworkers.
If you're a mechanic working in the City of Long Beach's fleet services to someone in my situation, we're working on the front lines of fighting poverty and employment, we still need the fairness and the livable wages and the collective bargaining opportunities and the strong health benefits, things that only a union can really bring to a workplace.
We do now have more job security. Everyone is feeling like they're getting equally. They have a voice, whether they're willing to walk up and speak for themselves, they have someone to walk up and speak for them.
Since we've had the union, we get treated a lot better. We've gotten really good raises, our cost of living, everything is good. It's 180 degrees.
Better benefits, better pay, better vacation.
We received a better health care package, dental, vision.
It gives the workers a voice. It gives you better pay, gives you better benefits, it gives you your holidays, it gives you your paid sick time.
Before the union came in, they could fire you for any reason. It was a right to work state, no big deal.
Before they could, now they can't, because they're going to have to deal with the union, and we have certain rights that are given to us by the IAM, being members, and management cannot do what they want with us anymore. Simple as that.
They've helped us legally with unfair labor practices for guys that were laid off and got a settlement for them. They're helping us fight for back pay for people that were being paid below their job level. They've been doing a lot of things that we never even expected were able to happen.
Every year we get an actual cost of living, which we never did before. It's more financially stable for myself and my family.
With the union here now, it's much easier to encourage my colleagues to seek a solution through the union for ongoing problems.
The company had made a lot of promises, and I think every company does. They keep promising they're going to give you more, and they give you less.
Unions such as the IAM were formed many years ago when workers had no one to fight for their working hours, their wages, or even their personal safety. We got our start in 1888 when a group of railroad workers in Atlanta said that enough was enough. At a time when there was no one looking out for how businesses treated their workers, the IAM rose to protect them. And now, over 120 years later, we are still at it. Not just in the railroad industry, but in every place where people work. You'll find IAM members in every state in the U.S. and all across Canada. It is because of unions that worker laws even exist.
The main opinion about unions is that they take your dues. That's pretty much it. They take your money and you don't really see the benefit of it, but I can attest to the fact that that's not true.
You should have been here before the union, when we weren't treated as well. We weren't treated as equals.
And no matter how some people try to downplay it, there is definitely a union difference.
I have a legal team that I can refer to and consult with. There's an organizing department, there's a communication department.
When the company made a decision that was an error, we actually had a remedy, a recourse, whereas before we didn't have that.
Everyone's happy with the holiday pay that we didn't have before. The raises are scheduled now. Before, 1 year you would get one and a real small raise, the next one you wouldn't. So now that's something you can look forward to every year.
Since we've been union, I think it's wonderful. I mean, I've been to some of the schools. There's a lot of support anytime we have anything. There's somebody that can help us. We didn't have that before.
When it comes to health insurance, nearly 94% of IAM workers enjoy coverage at work, while barely half of non-union workers have insurance through their job. Only a little over half of non-union workers have any pensions, while over 85% of union workers have plans. And most of those union workers have defined benefit plans, which means they have a guaranteed monthly pension income when they retire.
With the IAM pension plan, at least you'll have some kind of stability when it is time for you to retire. You'll get something every single month, no matter what. Very important.
I make it a point to let my members know what's available to them by going to iMail and seeing all of the things that they can do legislatively, being active legislatively, and this union is very active legislatively.
I'm really impressed with their professionalism, their resources, they just seem to really know what the heck they're doing. There's no doubt about it.
It's very important for people to learn for themselves because the company, of course, is only going to tell you what they want you to know.
That's what the union does. The union sticks up for the nurses. The union is there to protect the nursing staff and make sure that they're treated fairly as they should be.
When I have friends that are in the private sector, non-unionized workplaces, and they're just one person that goes to the table, and a lot of times they lose, whereas we have the power as the collective and as the group voice to really get a fair share and a fair shake.
The IAM has made training our members a priority. We realize that large corporations and trade associations use every means they can to control what their workers see and hear. We understand that knowledge is the key to a better working environment. The IAM utilizes a dedicated team that supports our members at the workplace and at our training center to give them what they need to succeed.
We have, the Whip and Singer Center right down the road from us here, and that's the National Training Center for the IAM. And I've seen them do an amazing job down there, and I'm told that, we're the only union that does that.
Anything you need as a shop steward or an active member in the union, you can receive at the Whip and Singer Center. It really has benefited me as a shop steward and as the local vice president.
Myself and many of my members have been fortunate enough to go to the training center at Placid Harbor to take courses in leadership and arbitration, women's courses, communication courses.
We have seen how corporations operate, and we are matching their moves through face-to-face efforts and technology. We are the most sophisticated and advanced union in North America, and our influence in Washington is not motivated by greed, but by fairness. Fairness for working men and women. When it comes to the laws that affect workers, no one knows how to fight for you better than the IAM. The IAM encourages being active politically and knowing how laws affect our daily lives.
I can't tell you how many times, I've gotten literature about, this issue, that issue being supported. I think it's great. I'm just waiting for our local to get more involved in some of those kind of things, because that's something I'm looking forward to personally doing, is, going and lobbying and things of that nature.
What other American has somebody that you see every day, and a week from now she's in a senator's office telling him exactly what the story is? It's great. It's great.
It doesn't matter what your race or ethnic background is. It doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man. And it doesn't matter what type of job you do. The IAM can be your first step towards a better life for you and your family.
I've been married for 12 years. I've got 2 boys, house, mortgage, all that good stuff. And knowing that, with my particular contract, I know what my pay is going to be in the next year. I know that in so many years my pension is going to be in a certain spot that my family is going to be taken care of.
And it's not about, combating your employer or anything like that. It's about, equal rights and representation and, your civil rights as an employee.
As they say in these days, when you look over your shoulder, you got that Verizon thing right behind you. When you look around, you got the whole IAM team right behind you.
Let us show you how we are making a difference in the lives of workers all across North America. Check us out on the net. We're easy to find. Talk to your coworkers about the union difference. The next step is up to you.